You wrote a letter to Moderna about this, and in this, you called the price hike that they're considering outrageous. I also want to read for you what we, at least so far, have heard from Moderna about this. The CEO telling the Wall Street Journal on Monday, I would think this type of price is consistent with the value of the vaccine.
What you're seeing here in Moderna is the tip of the iceberg in terms of what goes on with the pharmaceutical industry. We pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. In some cases, 10 times more, the same exact drug sold in other countries. In terms of Moderna, here's the story. This vaccine was discovered in partnership with the NIH, with a government agency supported by the taxpayers of this country.
There it is. Senator Sanders hits all the nails on the head. We helped to pay for the discovery of the vaccine. And as long as the feds were purchasing the vaccine, it was about $26. As soon as the feds are no longer purchasing it, Moderna wanted to take it up to $130. So Moderna in January was originally planning to hike this price, hike the price of the vaccine by about 400%. The pharmaceutical giant could raise the price of the vaccine from its current $26 per dose to between $110 and $130 per shot, according to the Wall Street Journal. We old enough to remember that. That just happened. And after immense pressure from Senator Sanders, see, this is how you use power. He ain't sitting up there talking about he helpless because he ain't the president of the United States. He could have been the president of the United States of America, but I ain't gonna relitigate 2020 on the show today because I ain't got time. I'm almost out of time. But after immense pressure from Senator Sanders, Moderna woke up to the reality of its dangerous plan. More perfect union breaking. Moderna says it will keep its COVID vaccine free for all people in the US, reversing course of its plan 400% price increase one day after Bernard Sanders said he would force the CEO to testify. You're damn right, we're gonna force the CEO to testify. He ain't want none of this smoke though. And see, that is just yet one example of many of how keeping the pressure on gets us change instead of going along to get along and dilly and dally and skip to the loo down the yellow brick road and pretending like you don't have no power while people are suffering. Good on you, Senator Bernard Sanders, for making it plain. I'm hauling you in here. Senator Sanders is the chair of the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, and it is clear that he is striking fear in these corrupt CEOs. I wish he had some help. Looking at you sideways, President Biden. Not ashamed to say it, AB. But of course, Moderna isn't alone. Let's put up this headline. Pfizer is in the club too, expects to hike US COVID vaccine price to $110 to $130 per dose. Haul them in too, Senator Sanders. All these mofos need to be hauled in. This is corporate greed, and it is most disgusting. And if this wasn't a family show, I have other choice words. As I remind you time and time again, on Unbossed, we don't play games. We give these stories the requisite emotion that it deserves. It really is a sin and a shame that this corporate greed, this gluttony, that they would try to make profit off of other people's pain. I mean, extreme profit, okay? Because I get it. Businesses are in business, make profit, but extreme, excessive profits. When the American people pay for the vaccine, they got some nerve. My grandmother used to say, more nerve than a brass A monkey. That particular saying of grandma is like on time most of the time. So I will be saying it a lot. More nerve than a brass A monkey. And you know where they get that nerve from? They get it from these politicians because they own them. So good on you, Senator Bernard Sanders. Put up this headline: the COVID pandemic drives Pfizer's 2022 revenue to a record $100 billion with a B. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, family and friends, let's put up this next headline. JPM 23, Moderna reaped 18.4 billion in COVID vaccine sales last year, projects at least 5 billion in 2023. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Once again, it is a stark reminder that we need universal health care in America. We need it, we got to have it. We do. Put up this last headline: universal health care could have saved more than 333,000 US lives during the pandemic. But we ain't gonna be bothered with saving lives as long as we could just help these robber barons make all the money that they need, even if people die. That's what this is coming down to. AB?
Yeah, I just wish they would have borrowed some of these billions from these corporations instead of taking the money from us to fund these wars.
Hey.
Because America, we need a loan, and we clearly know who to get it from, and they keep coming to get it from the poor of us. They need to come take it from these people that got it to give, and don't worry about if they're gonna get it back. That's what they need to do.
Woo, that is a word. We need a loan, and we can get that by the wealth tax. Just go on and tax these ultra wealthy people. I'm with you, man. You dropping all the knowledge today, AB, on the show.